Okay, folks. This tutorial is a little bit focused on new Reason users. Old Reason users already know it, but I will show you a way to spice up your drums a little bit. What you would typically do to get your drum split, you would set up new mixing channels for each output you need. So we got 5 outputs in total. We got 4 outputs here, which we could effect how we want to in the inlet section. But the problem with this is if you got all your drums split and all the other instruments that are playing in your track, you easily get a full mixer here, which is in some way distracting. Distracting is the word. So the more mixed channels you got, obviously it's more distracting to search the right ones. If you don't got a good color coding in there, we could color code them. But we all agree the more confusing it is. So what we could do instead is it takes the 14:2 mixer. This is a very old school way of doing it, but we could connect everything like so. We even could say this is a stereo sound. We need 2 channels for that, and no, 4 and 5. And we could process it differently on left or right side if we need to get it more spacious. We get the option for each channel or each side of the channel if you want. We get the option for an EQ. It's a basic EQ, a shelving for bass and treble. We get panning. And we also get 4 aux sends we could hook up here. So we could mix in, for example, a reverb. We hook it up like here. That's very basic stuff, but I guess newer people don't know this. And probably if you use Reason as a rack in another DAW, this is easy to oversee, and this is a cool little trick. For instance, I got a reverb hooked up, and I got, let's say, an echo for that. Doesn't matter which effect it is, just to have 1 or 2 going. And now we basically... Oh, it's it's not connected out yet. We need this. So we get effects on our otherwise dry sounds. Like I said, we could mix our stuff in here, pre-mix it, and just get 1 channel as an output. If you want to be fancy, you name this drums. So we get this here on our name. You could use all kinds of drum computers in Reason. You could do this with the Dr. Octoracks with a little bit of work. You could use Rhythmic, or you could use Oomph Club Drums or Oomph Retro Beats, as well as Reason drum kits or Kong. And every other drum computer that gets you separate outputs in some way. Okay, and now what we gotta do is select them all with dragging the first and the last whilst holding shift. Make a right click and combine in Combinator. So we could mix our drums like we wanted and effect our drums with up to 4 send returns. You also could level it in here. So make your kind of gain staging or making the drums feel good together. And you also could set up this combinator in here. So we could open the combinator and decide, hey, one effect should be raising that treble, for example. We could do that in here. So we could hook it up and just make automation for that. So the same goes with the send channels and the returns channels. So that means we are able to make one combinator that fits all our drums with some effects that we need and basic EQing without any big hassle. And we easily could save this to open it every time in the browser via the user library, or we even could save as a song starter, so we could easily choose this song starter as our initial song, and every time you open Reason, this will be ready to go. So you just select the combinator and start playing. This easily cuts time. So in case instead of searching hours and hours for good sounds, and I know we all do it, you got some good sounding basic standard drums that fit your genre, so you could easily start a session if you want to. What we also could do, it's a little more complicated, but gives you full control in addition to easiness. So instead of going directly into the 14.2 mixer, you create a new mix channel for each drum you really need, not for all, and hook their direct outs into the 14.2 mixer. What's happened now is the drums wouldn't get played at this stage, they would travel through our mixer and then would get played through the master out of the mixer. This gives you the opportunity to only have one active channel. You could even only put the mixer into the combinator, but don't use the two device, just go from out into the combinator. And now you have a kind of master control for your live setup or something. So you get the full control over your signal if you use the inserts of the mix channels, but you also get the options in here so you could affect and fine tune your sound a little bit in here. Okay, guys, I guess that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you get something out of this. If you doesn't know the trick with the 14.2 mixer, because you are a new Reason user or relatively new Reason user that just don't use it because it doesn't have a big purpose anymore. This is an old school piece that was necessary in version 3 or 4 because there was no SSL mixer. You needed to route all of it into this mixer and your one master out goes in to the master section. It was wild days back then. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like down in the comments. And this will be the last video for this week. I need to get some rest. Guys, see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.